What's up, guys? I'm the Gambling Melon. Welcome to my NFL Week 8 picks and predictions. We're going to be talking spreads, over-unders, all the good stuff, straight-up picks. We got a loaded slate today. We got 11 different games we're going to be previewing. Let's get started. I can't wait. It's going to be a great week of NFL football. And we're starting here tonight on Thursday with the Vikings traveling to the Rams. As mentioned in the past, I'm a Vikings fan. I'm a Minnesota sports fan in general. I like all the teams, so it's a pretty rough for us right now. But I think that the Vikings are going to win, but I'm also a Vikings fan. I truly, if you gave me truth serum, I would pick the Rams to win. I do not like the Vikings today. Lions, on a short week, they're missing T.J. Hawkinson. They've been missing T.J. Hawkinson, but the Rams, big news, they're getting Puka and Cooper Kupp back. I really think that this Rams offense is going to be pretty impressive. I think they're going to be able to move the ball against the Vikings defense. I think they're going to get one-on-one matchups with the Vikings defense, and they're going to be able to exploit it. And I think that will cause the Rams to win, but I have to pick the Vikings. Hopefully this is the only pick I get wrong, picking the Rams, but I will be betting on the Vikings, but you should pick the Rams. Moving on to Sunday, we got Eagles at Bengals. This is a very interesting game because both teams have played pretty bad teams. Both teams had two games a game against the Bengals and a game against the Giants. And right now, the Bengals are -3 favorites. I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. I mean, I know the Bengals have been on a bit of a winning streak, but I just think the Eagles are a better team. They have a better defense. They got better players. They have a better O-line. I think their quarterback is worse, and their receivers are slightly worse, but their receivers, when healthy, which they are now, are a lot better. I think Saquon is the best running back in the NFL right now because CMC obviously isn't playing. I think the Eagles will win this game on the road, and I think the Bengals are going to be entering the danger zone pretty soon. They have very few games left that are gimme wins. I mean, they play the Ravens in a few weeks, so the Bengals might be dead. Over-under is 48. I think this will be a low-scoring game. I mean, Bengals defense has been playing a lot better. Eagles defense has been playing a lot better. They also play bad offenses, so I think this will be a low-scoring game, though. Next game, we got a few games that should be blowouts. We got Ravens at Browns. Obviously, I think the Ravens are going to win. It sucks that Deshaun Watson got injured, I think. I mean, think whatever you want, I guess, but I mean, that injury sucked. Ravens are 8.5-point favorites at Cleveland. I kind of like the Browns to cover, but the Ravens should win this game. I think the Ravens they have to play close games, and that's just how they play. But it will be high scoring. Over-under is only 44.5, and the Ravens' best offense in the NFL. I think there's no way that they don't score points. And I don't see any way where Jameis isn't chucking the ball downfield to receivers. Like, he's either going to have three interceptions or 3 touchdowns. So there's no way that this game is going to be low scoring. Because I think the Ravens are just win. Only way that I think the Ravens will either blow them out or it'll be a close game. There's really not an in-between path, but I do think the Ravens will win because I think the Browns are either just look so bad or they'll be like, okay, the Browns are back. Those are the only two scenarios with this game, I think. I don't think there's anything in the middle. Next game, Titans at Lions. This is the easiest lock of the week, which kind of makes me kind of worried for the Lions. I mean, 10-point dogs are not faring too well in the NFL, especially early in the week, and then they didn't have any big dogs for a while. I think there will be a pretty big upset this week. We have a couple massive favorites, and the Lions are the biggest of those favorites. I would not be shocked if the Titans beat them, but you just can't pick that. There's no way that I just don't see a way that the Titans beat the Lions, but other than the fact that there's been upsets pretty much all this whole NFL season, I would not be shocked if the Titans beat the Lions. Lions come out after a massive win against the Vikings, but this is kind of like Lions. I just think they're going to steamroll them. I think they're better at every position than the Titans, except maybe interior defensive line, which is the Titans' best position. But I don't think there's, unless they turn the ball over a lot, I don't see a real way that the Lions are going to be able to win this game, or Titans are going to be able to win this game. Over-under is 45. Now, the Lions' defense, I thought it was doing pretty good, but the Lions' offense is playing so good. So this 45 is very interesting because there's no way I think the Titans are going to score more than 20 points. So you kind of really need the Lions to score like 30. But I do think they'll be able to do that. I think this game will be over. I put the under here for some reason, but I'm saying over now. Next game, we got Packers at Jags. Jags just spent half a month in London, 2 weeks. They got a win. I think that the Jags coming back to America, playing a home game against the Packers. Packers are -4 favorites. I think that's too low. I think the Packers should win this game pretty easily. I'm kind of curious why it's so close because there's just not a good reason, I don't think, for the Packers to be this low favorites against the Jaguars. The Packers are just better than the Jags. Packers should beat the Jags. Over-under is 49. And the Jags defense is very bad. It's embarrassingly bad. I think the Packers will be able to score against the Jags. I think they'll probably score over 30, and the Jags just love these garbage time touchdowns. So instead of Jacksonville, it's Garbageville, I think. That's the new nickname. So I think this will be a high-scoring game. Next game, we got Colts at Texans. And this is a game where you just go and be like, hey, Texans are just a better team. They're 5-point favorites. I think they're going to cover. They already beat the Colts once this season. I think Anthony Richardson, he's such a work in progress. I don't even want to call him a bust because he's still only 22 years old. He's very young. He was the youngest quarterback to start an NFL game, I think, when he started last year. The only thing is he gets injured and it's not a very accurate quarterback. But I think he's going to get better. I do not want to call him a bust yet, but he's kind of just not accurate enough right now to be a good Texans defense. Now the offensive line is better. DeForest Buckner is back, which is huge for that run defense, which was really bad. But I still don't think that their defense is that good. Over-under is 46. Give me the over. I think the Texans will be explosive. Nico Collins still isn't back yet, which is a big hindrance for the offense, but I don't think it will be that big of an issue. Give me the Texans and give me the over. Next game, we move into the late slate. We got Bills at Seahawks. This is a game where I think the Seahawks are going to win, okay? Bills just came off of a massive win against the Jets on Monday Night Football, and then they played the Titans last week, looking very good. I think this is a trap game. I think the Seahawks are going to sneak up on the Bills this week. Seahawks get extra rest because they played – who did they play last week? Did they play? No, I thought they played on Thursday. Who did they play last week? Doesn't matter. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. Falcons played the Falcons last week. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. I think the Seahawks – offense is good enough that the Bills won't really have a good enough answer for them. I think the Seahawks will surprise the Bills. I think the Seahawks Josh Allen is good. I think their defense is good. I think Geno Smith and Kenneth Walker will get it going on offense. No, DK is going to be a bit of a hindrance, but they're only 3-point underdogs at home. I think that the Seahawks will win this game. I think it will be high scoring, though. They're going to need to score points. They're going to over-under is only 47. Give me the over. Also, games have been a lot higher recently. Speaking of games that won't be high scoring, next game we got the Chiefs at Raiders. Another mega favorite. We got the Chiefs at 9.5 points. Give me the Chiefs. If you're betting against Patrick Mahomes at this point, you're very dumb. Only thing you should be betting against is his personal stats, but don't bet against the Chiefs. This Chiefs defense is the best in the NFL, I think, and the Chiefs offense is getting it done. They got DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know how much of a role he's going to have week 1, but I think the Chiefs offense will be better, even if he doesn't get in that much, but it will still be low scoring. 41.5. Give me the under. Next game, we got Bears at Commanders. We don't know if Jane Daniels is going to play. If he does, this will be a great game, high scoring. I'm going to go as if he is playing. Give me the Commanders to win. Cover the -3 to win. It's in Washington. Give me the over. I think this will be a great game between two young quarterbacks. It better be a good game, because one of the few games that is going to be close this week. I really like this game. Give me the Commanders. Next game, we got Cowboys at Niners. Woo, man, big rivalry game. This is kind of like not necessarily a loser leaves town, but if you lose this game, you're going to be looking up at the NFC, in an NFC that is looking better and better. And this is a game you kind of just have to win. Both these teams currently have losing records, and I think that the Niners, they just played the Chiefs. They just got beat up. They lost they're down their best receiver, and their Debo's kind of injured. And their best running back's out. Give me the Cowboys to win. I think their offense will get clicking. I think their defense is going to get a good game in this game against Brock Purdy. I think they can confuse them. I just hate the fact that they're 4.5-point favorites. That just smells like a trap. Give me the Cowboys to cover and give me it to be a high-scoring game. Both these teams are banged up. This has to be high-scoring. That's the only way they're going to be able to play. Giants at Steelers on Monday Night Football. Give me the Steelers to cover the -6 points, and give me the Steelers to take the over. I think the Steelers' defense is good. I think Russell Wilson's going to cook. This will be a high-scoring game, a great Monday Night Football game. We got a great week of football. Thank you guys for watching so much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys next week.